Bam. Just like that, we're live. People are already in here. They're just in here like, oh, Samurai Chris started out with saying don't drink the paint water.
Oh, man. Well, no, this is clean paint water today, so I can have a little of it.
I can see that cup should not be drank out of.
It's fine. This is clean paint water. This isn't, okay.
No.
This stuff, this Stewart Simple Black, if I put this into the water, I can't drink it after that. It turns into evil sludge.
Is that that like true black stuff, or is that something different?
It's really, really dark. It doesn't do the, oh, what was that stuff you were showing me the other day that like mutes out light?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. That stuff's wild. I don't know. It's expensive too. That's expensive stuff. Oh, did we lose Corey? No, he's here.
Uh-oh, did you lose?
No, you're here.
Yeah.
You're here.
I lost you for a second there.
Oh, that's scary.
It was hilarious. Whenever it started loading back in, it just went, yeah.
No, that's terrifying. God,
yeah.
No.
Classic. It's classic Bill noise.
Your brother's in here.
Oh no, kick him out. You can block him.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna kick him out real quick. Hang on. no, leave you like, what are you doing, man? Come on, man. Guys, we're just kind of hanging out tonight. I don't really have. I got one job in today, and I guess I do need to disassemble this piece and send it off to you. I talked to that client. I was like, hey, I'm going to need to send this off to Corey. And he's like, well, you'd warned me beforehand. It's that piece of that, what is it, the Dragon Zord?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm nervous. I got to make sure I don't break that thing trying to remove it. Although I didn't break the other one. It was already broken, luckily, but.
Yeah, it's fine. Client did that.
Mm-hmm. And now that my wrist is feeling a little better, I can finally get back to disassembling this monster, this robot thing.
Oh,
no! Shut up! What are you doing? Don't. We don't. That's a little joke. That's just a little joke that we have going on. There's no street fighting here, guys. Especially not for foreign currency. So
he's yelling, I'm Honda.
It's like, stop doing that. The kids are outside fighting in the street again, playing Street Fighter. Yeah, when we go home we play Street Fighter, but my cousin hits me in the lips. It's not a good time. So what are you working on there?
I've got to do these bishop heads, and I didn't have time to mask off the faces, to airbrush the blacks. So I base coated them. Okay. One of the things that I thought about was that instead of priming in white like I normally do, since most of them, since his hair is, 60% of the model.
Yeah.
I mean, more than that, probably 70% of the model.
Yeah.
I based him with vinyl duplicolor black.
Nice.
So then I did my skin tone and airbrushed him, but now I need to go back over the areas where I have overspray and lock in the black.
A duplicolor is good stuff.
That's what I'm doing right now. And then once I've got the black locked in, I'll go in and I'll do some dry brushing I'll probably do blue highlights like I did last time, because I really like
I like that.
The comic-y blue highlights over the black.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I actually had somebody ask me the other day about the Wolverine heads. They were like, hey, do you have any more with the like real strong blue highlights on them?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, actually, I muted them out a little bit because I was worried that people thought they were too strong. And he's like, no, I loved them.
Yeah.
Damn it. All right, I got to do more of those.
I think they're fun. I don't know. I guess it really depends on what the figure is going to look like. But most of the time, I don't know. Most of the time our figures aren't like hyper realistic. So that extra little comic stuff, I think looks cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I even thought about what if, so I know that Alex has some heads that are very X-Men animated series looking.
Yeah.
And even the heads that we have currently, I thought about what if I did the almost like the cell shading look, like little lines around the nose, black lines in the hair and stuff.
Yeah, and
kind of like the way I did April.
Okay, if it comes out like the April you did for me, then absolutely. I think
that would be cool.
I mean, it's nothing against Hasbro stuff because I think it's really cool that they're doing that line, but I think sometimes it's just a little. I don't know if it's just me, if it feels overdone, or maybe it's just not my tastes. But
yeah,
I don't know, man. It feels like you're really limited when you're shaded like that. You know what I mean? Yours doesn't have yours isn't just shaded on the right. Yours has the black lines and has that cool feel to it. But I think if they
should have went all out.
Right, yeah. I think if they look like that, I think I would be more inclined to buy more of those. But I have skipped that entire line. Not gonna lie.
You did? You didn't buy you didn't get Wolverine?
No, pee pants. He looked like
he's alright.
I mean, and that's cool. I mean, I do want
Morph?
Mystique.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you not get the original release of Mystique?
I do. I did get it. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a completionist thing.
Oh, you want the baby Nightcrawler? Never mind.
Isn't that stupid? Like I have an extra one of those like Hulks. I could paint.
That's hilarious.
But I kind of want that. I don't know. It's his mom and stuff. I think it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Especially if they're gonna do like, a Nightcrawler at some point. That'd be amazing.
I wonder if they'd give him a unique head sculpt because he's very distinct looking in that cartoon.
He is very distinct. You're right. Maybe I don't know. Maybe one of our friends could make that head happen. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if anybody's got the fan plastic talent to do that. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. That'd be amazing though.
Yeah. One day.
Have they given any of those figures that have already been made? So not including Morph. Have they given any of those like special head sculpts?
Wolverine has new heads. I think Sinister still had the old head, which sucks because it would have been nice to have a closed mouth expression for Sinister.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Jubilee got one of her old heads, and then one of her like older heads. They gave her one of the head from the Build-A-Figure Jubilee.
Oh yeah, I remember that, the vampire one.
And I actually like that head scales better.
Yeah. Yeah, I still have.
It's unfortunate that like the heads keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Like it's okay for the head to be a little larger. It's just whenever whenever you see a toy review and they're like, oh, it's got some side to side.
Yeah.
Well, that's not really intentional. That it's got side to side because the head's gigantic.
Oh man.
It's just up there bobbling.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that they kept getting bigger.
Some of them, yeah. Some of them are too damn big.
Man, I've been wrestling with this freaking robot for so long. I cannot figure out where the last piece is. I've disassembled the entire thing, and I'm still just trying to get to here.
How to get it out of there.
Just to get this out. And there was screws here up top and here on the bottom, which I was like, all right. I bought these real bit long. Look at these things. They're like skewers. And they still didn't work completely, but I was able to. They actually came in very handy. But I wasn't able to get that out, and then so I got through here. There's a screw here, up through here, and up through here on this bottom plate. So I was able to pop this thing off, but then I can't get this down. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh no.
This stupid. Noli says throw it in the trash.
No.
No, I can't. It's not mine. This is a really expensive freaking toy. Are these toys? Are Natalie Wood figures? Could you even call these toys?
Sure.
I
mean, I like mine that I have. I think they're toys.
God, they feel like I'm playing with an art sculpture, and I shouldn't be.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Like, they're expensive, and they feel... I don't know. I wouldn't use the word cheap, but it's like, you know when something's expensive, and they're like, hey, careful, that's expensive. It usually means it can break easy. And
yeah.
It blows my mind that these things can just break apart on certain spots, and then other times I'm like, the adhesive is like NASA level. So I'm like, man. But yeah, I still don't know how to crack this thing open. And I've got like every screw out of here, just about. I don't know what else to do with it. So that sucks. We'll figure something out.
So you have, is it just a ball that's plugged into there?
This guy right here?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
no, it's a hinge.
Yeah, and it,
oh
man, I don't want to even try this one. This is the good one.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can see it just snapped off right here. I don't even know. It's gonna be an interesting repair. I know that. And it's not. What's the worst part about it is this one's not even the same. Like they're different.
They're because different. He has different arms.
Yeah, there's two different arms. So, and you could tell they're in there through a something's got them not only ratcheted, but also locked in. And if it's any inclination, when I took apart the freaking arm, it had like 4 or 5 screws in the elbow alone. I was like, oh my god, dude. Dang, Chrisman, what are you doing here? Chrisman's here. Gosh dang, he's freaking in Germany. No, wait. Are you still in Germany right now? He might be in Portugal right now. His time difference is all crazy. He doesn't sleep. Welcome, Chrisman, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah. So wait, is he... What time is it in Germany right now?
I believe it's 7 hours ahead of us. I think that's correct.
Oh, he should be asleep.
I tell him that every time we talk. I'm like, you should be asleep. He's like, no. I'm like, okay.
He just doesn't sleep.
He doesn't sleep. He's a German vampire.
He's reached a point where his whole house smells like 3D printer fumes, and he can't sleep anymore. Yep. It's uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, see, he's in Portugal.
Like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't sleep. It stinks in here.
It stinks in here. It smells like 3D prints.
That house.
So he's a Portuguese man living in Germany who is visiting Portugal right now. He says it's 2:16 in the morning there, but 1:16 in the morning where he's at right now in Portugal. So there's some.
Oh, that's acceptable, I guess.
Yeah, 1:16 is almost that cutoff. It's like you could either have a really good conversation right now, or it's time to go to bed.
He's probably ordering pizza.
Oh, that's right. Chrisman, always eating your Portuguese pizza. Oh yeah, look at that. Rocker Josh is going there at the end of the month. Chrisman, you could go to a Rocker Josh show.
He's like, what hotel are you gonna be playing at? No, I'm staying at that hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna come watch you play.
No, I'm not playing at the hotel, man. So just gonna be trying to get some sleep, you know. That's all I'm doing. Okay, we'll talk later. Wink.
Yeah. All right. See you then.
Oh man, he's really gonna show up. I will really show up, just so you know.
Ooh. So how is have you guys been getting hit by thunderstorms there in Dallas area?
Not too bad. I mean, it's been raining a little bit. We've got it's been pretty tame now. Actually, we were able to get the lawn mowed yesterday and today, so not like you guys.
Yeah, we get rain every day right now. It's ridiculous.
We could
definitely use it. I could hear it. I didn't know if you guys could hear it. Just thunder coming.
Nah, and I don't even think like I looked at our. I was checking the forecast because I'm supposed to have some video shoots next week, and it's still looking pretty open. So I don't think it's gonna make its way over here. But it is Texas, so you know.
Yeah, it could change overnight. You could wake up tomorrow, it might be snowing, a drought again.
Snowing, drought, 100 degrees. Olaf said we had a storm a day ago. You in Nacogdoches? You're way over. You're kind of far from me. I didn't get no storm.
Nacho Dande.
I didn't get no storm. I'd have liked one though. That'd have been nice. It got like a little wet outside, so I guess we got a little bit of rain, but it was nothing like no crazy storm or anything like that. It's been pretty tame. So.
Hey, look. This is Nolan's.
Oh, you're sending me that. Thanks. He was saying the other day, he's like, I don't think I really like all the stuff that you have. I obviously don't want it, and Billy seems like he just seems like a good guy, and you should probably, and this are his exact words, you should just next time you guys have a job or whatever, you can just send it in there to save on shipping. So I thought that was really cool of him. Thanks, Noli. Dang, look at that hair.
Yeah. So this is another one where I airbrushed the face and just did the hair color on the back for now, and then I'll go back and lock in the red, and it'll give me a chance to do the highlights as well. But this is another fan plastic. This is his Phoenix.
I love how classic that looks.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That is so freaking cool.
Hopefully, I've had people ask if I was going to do Gene, and I think, because I told everybody, I was like, yeah, I've got a Gene coming. But I think they may have been under the impression that it's Jim Lee.
Mm.
So I wonder how many people are going to be like, that's not the one I wanted.
Imagine.
Take it back.
How many Jim Lees have you sold? Like non-Jim Lee versions of figures have you sold? Like, I mean, I'm not in your entirety, but like here recently has Alex? Alex did some.
So we did. He sent me a pile of Wolverines. I've got like at least four masked Wolverine heads. One unmasked John Byrne Wolverine head. Gene, I have. Okay, so I have a Colossus that it's awesome, but it's a little too small. So I gotta talk to Alex. I gotta see if he'll send me the file, and I'll just have it printed a little larger.
Yeah.
Because this is something I really, really want to do a Colossus. Even though matching metallics can be a pain in the ass at times.
Yep.
I think I can get it. I think that.
Are you gonna do one for the Select?
Oh, that would be awesome, man. Yeah, that would be.
I still like that. Like that's probably still my favorite Colossus, man.
Me and Alex were arguing about that one. He likes the Legend more, and I was like, I think I like the Select. I like the size of him.
It's the size, and I mean, there's enough articulation there for it to look just, I don't know, man, just the way it looks on my shelf. It looks so freaking good.
That and his proportions look right. Like on the Legend, he has those like fat wrists, and then they put bracers over the top of them.
Yeah.
Kills me.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a little chonky.
It sucks because the AOA Colossus,
yeah,
he's perfect. He's such a good figure.
That's always great.
And then you look at the Legend, you're like, you could have been like this.
You're gonna give Pirate Colossus like the perfect look? Come on, guys.
I know, perfect figure.
Yeah, AOA. Somebody out there's like, my time has come.
It was Alex. Yeah. He loves AOA.
Oh man, that blows my mind. Like, that just blows my mind. Like somebody who's so talented, you know.
He's like, man, it's so good. He's like, I love the Joe Mad art. I was like, yeah, but they did the bait and switch. You'd buy the comic,
yeah,
because of the Joe Mad cover. You'd open it up, and his art isn't even in the issue.
Right.
Yeah, drove me nuts.
That and the story, but I don't know. Who cares, right? Gosh dang. I didn't like it, man. Gosh, I don't like those freaking designs either. Most of them, at least. Some are great, but I won't lie. I do love that Magneto. I love the AOA Magneto, the red cape, and I finally put the Mafex version. He looks so cool with his helmet and his crazy ponytails coming out. I'm like, man.
So That was the one that Liddell was like, why is he doing that type of haircut? He's like, isn't that offensive to certain people? I was kind of confused. I love Liddell, but I was like, anybody can have. I mean, Willie Nelson rocks that look too. So
yeah, you can do a hair. Anybody can do hairstyles.
Yeah,
you can do any hairstyle you want.
Yeah, I was kind of like, guys, it's cool. I like it. I'm not offended by it.
I think it was cool. I thought it looked really cool on him too. I was like, plus he's Jewish, so it's like just this double. I'm like, yeah, go for it, Eric.
You know, I was watching the cartoonist Kayfabe, and they were talking about. They were like, hey, so when Bishop shows up and Magneto sees this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Magneto being branded, having the numbers on his arm, and then seeing Bishop, who's been branded as a mutant.
Yeah.
Why aren't these like homies immediately? Like you could see Bishop working with Magneto off the bat.
Though that would actually make a really cool team. I'd like to see that. That would be a fun. That'd be a fun team up. In fact, that'd be a fun reimagining. Just like, hey, what what if these two would have met? Maybe he knew. Well, maybe he already knew about what Magneto was. Was.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So
because he's from the future. I'm trusting you. You're crazy.
He's like, nah. I know you think you're the good guy. I am. Okay. Well. All right.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, we get it. But I don't know. That would be an awesome team. They could have just. I was like trying to think. I feel like I don't know. That might be a disaster.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't Bishop was the bad guy?
Oh yeah.
During what was that book? Whenever he was chasing Cable, trying to get a hold of Hope.
Yeah. The was it Messiah Complex and all that stuff?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, because what's crazy though is like that felt like kind of that story that's been rehashed if I'm not mistaken. Like Bishop and Cable going at it, and it's that was really fun, man. It's like it was nice to see that again. But yeah, those oh, poor Bishop. Bishop never gets like any kind of play.
I feel like that led up to his death though. I can't remember. I mean, it doesn't mean anything anymore. Now everybody can come back to life.
No, that was a sad time. That led to Nightcrawler's death. Stupid Hope.
Oh yeah,
I was mad.
They did the thing that Marvel does. They get everybody hyped for the death of a character, and I think it's terrible.
They kept doing that. They're like, yeah, one of these won't survive, and I was like, it's Nightcrawler. I know it. I was like, this sucks. I don't like this. Like, I'd rather I can't focus on the story, and I feel like you're not putting as much into the story because people are just there to read to the end of the page, and it's like, who died, and and of course, it's just the freaking worst.
That makes you wonder, like, who had it in at that time for Nightcrawler? Because it's always there's always like one editor that's like, I've always liked Cyclops, but I hate Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
So why? What's wrong with you?
He probably just like got dumped by like his Catholic girlfriend, and he's like, you know what? Take that, Wagner.
That, or maybe it was their end game at the time. They were just like, what if we give everybody the Age of Apocalypse Nightcrawler because he's edgy?
Oh, he's so not Kurt. It's not even funny.
Yeah, right?
He's not even edgy. He's just like, he's one note. I hated that. I'm like, oh,
nobody would be around that guy.
No, he doesn't mind killing and he can teleport. Great. I guess he fits in perfect with this crowd. No color, desaturated X-Force. Let's go. The Zack Snyder of the X-Men. Here we go.
Oh no.
It's like, oh, that did kind of start out pretty good though. I did like the beginning of the X-Force, that newer one that had hit.
Was that?
It was Wolverine and Cyclops was like, you're leading this. I was like,
yeah, but that was after. Was that after the Necrotia arc, or was that before that?
That actually might have been crossing over, but I could be wrong.
It's been a minute. I kind of bounced around. That was a book that I was like in and out of. I was trying to grab issues whenever I could find it.
Yeah.
And I was in college at the time, so I didn't always have money to buy comics.
Yeah.
And I need to go back and I need to get trades and read through all of that stuff because there were some things that I really liked with that X-Force book, and then there were other moments where I think the hyper-violence became a selling point, and I'm not really fond of using something like this to sell the book because it starts to feel like Mark Millar or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I think, you know what's funny is I think I have all of those individual comics.
Oh, wow.
And I think from like, because I even started, I was even getting X Factor, and I wasn't really into X Factor. I liked Jamie. I thought Jamie was cool. But everybody else in X Factor, I was just kind of like, this is all right, I guess.
Oh, you don't like Guido?
I know I'm not a real the Bruiser guys. I've never been.
Oh, Guido, he's awesome though.
It was just a team that just for some reason, maybe if I read it now, I'd be more interested in it. But I was just like, I don't know. I think I was also reading like 7 freaking comics, man. Gosh, this thing is like.
Yeah, that can be tough to keep tabs on when they have all those different titles going. I mean, could you imagine trying to read Spider-Man when he's got 6 books each month?
I can't even read one Spider-Man book.
Oh, come on.
Nah, it's just crazy. I hate it whenever they start doing all those crossovers, and especially whenever, I know this is stupid, but it's like I gotta pick up a book that I don't read, just to like get the whole story of what's going on, and I know it's it's like, all right, yeah, well that's a good way to like, branch out and like learn, but I'm like, if I don't like the characters in that book, it's like, ugh, God.
Yeah.
That Nolan said, I'm making me cringe with how bad I can't remove this screw. It's because look at this, look at how I have to, there's no way to get in here straight, so I have this bent screwdriver that's broken, honestly, and then I put it in.
Camera's coming out next.
So it's gotta, look at that, it's gotta come here. So that's the only way. And then I take this broken piece that I JB welded on here, and I try to get a spot. And what I found whenever I was doing this last time is that all 4 of these were stuck. Like you would get them, and you'd twist, and it'd go pop, pop. Like it's not popping itself out. So yeah, this is very not satisfying. So that's what I'm doing right now. Just to address the concerns in the crowd. Yeah, for those who are like, what are you doing, man?
He's worried you're gonna jab yourself in the hand.
I'm not even close to like hurting myself. It's just
not yet.
Not yet. I can't even do it. I just can't do it. Yeah, and it's like I can't, like, what's even worse is like you can't find where the screw's at. Oh, you know what I did? Actually, this is how I got it out. Last time, this is how I made this other one. That's how I got the idea. My grandfather had this like, he had this like bent screwdriver in his shop, and it's a.
You about to start a commercial,
bro?
Men over 50, have your tools not been handling properly?
It's okay. This one actually works. This one works. Yeah, this is, so I had to shave down this like weird flathead screwdriver to this awkward size, and this is how I actually got the other ones out. Let's see if I can get a lock in there. Whenever I got a lock in there, it'll start popping. Oh, I think that was it. Yeah, like I'll twist and it'll pop. Like it's just not loosening up, or it's like I could see it in there rattling around. This was really annoying last time I was doing it because I was using my magnifying glass and I couldn't get I had to get real close to it, but I couldn't get like up on it because my nose would like start breathing on it real hard. And I'm just freaking like fogging it up. I was like, this is it's a nightmare. Luckily, this client is amazing. And what I mean by amazing is patient.
Patient, fellas.
Yeah, patient, and not once is like, how's it going? Which is Sometimes I appreciate because I'm like, oh, hey, I was just about to message you, and then I got distracted.
Yeah.
Although I was.
It's good. It's good. Things are fine here. How are you?
Yeah, how are you doing? Oh, I saw your stream. Saw you complaining a lot. Did you? You saw that. I wasn't complaining about you. I was just complaining about the project. You know?
Yeah, not you. Just your toy.
I didn't hate the player. You know, I appreciate you. He's always like, I'm so sorry I give you these crazy jobs. I was like, no. No, I like the crazy jobs. It's just...
Yeesh. What was the last job he gave you?
The zipper. That zipper replacement on that...
Oh, yeah.
I think it was a... Was that a 3A figure as well?
I think so.
All I had to do was order the right... I found the right zippers and got it, and then I just had to sew it on. I was like, oh, man. If I would have known that, I could have been done with that thing forever ago. But
and then everybody starts messaging you about sewing jobs?
Yeah. Actually, I got a lot of Mezco stuff after that. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, they're like, oh, can you do this? Can you do this? Some dude's supposed to send me a Black Adam figure. I feel like he was supposed to send it to me forever ago.
I was watching somebody's...
Mezco one.
I was watching a stream someone had done the other day that was talking about Mezcos and like being a completionist with that line.
Ooh.
And it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Like he had a wall of Mezco boxes, and it reminded me of walking into a Foot Locker.
Yeah. Yeah. And, Mezcos do feel like the sneakerheads of collectors.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they do both.
They started talking about, oh, this one's worth this much now. This one's worth this much now.
That, you know what that is? And I don't know. I'm nothing against that person, but to me, what it seems like is like, look at the expensive stuff I have.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
yeah,
that's, I don't know, man. That to me, that doesn't look like, I don't look at it and I'm like, that's cool. I'm sure somebody out there is like, wow. Most people are like, wow, you should sell that. Then you could have money for it. It's like, no. Because whenever the world starts going down, I'm going to use this as currency. It's like,
Do you think that, so like we both buy toys, I think out of curiosity to like see how it works in hand.
It's the most fun. A new engineering is so much fun.
Yeah, this guy. I had to have one of these just so I could see how it worked, right?
It's the best one you got.
And it's awesome. It's really, really well done.
Yeah, he's fun, right?
And the same goes for Mezco. I had to see like a few of them in hand.
Yeah.
I realized they had kind of fragile joints. I wasn't happy with how the skin tones are on them. They're just discrepancies. And then cloth being the biggest like that, bugaboo basically, where you get it in hand and you realize you have this thing that has fabric on it and it can pick up anything in your house. If you have pets, you've got to dust on the regular. You'll have to get something to take any lint that gets on them.
Yeah.
If the cloth on the toy itself is lighter color, that can stain over time. It can fade over time. And plastic is the same way. This could change color over time if it has too much exposure to strong lights.
Yeah.
But less so than something like a fabric that could absorb moisture in the air and things like that.
Right.
So all that makes me so paranoid. It's like, oh, how much you spend on this? Oh, it was $150, but they threw in a poster.
Yeah.
It's like, and how long will it last? I don't know.
That's I'm very I cherry pick the heck out of that out of Mezco stuff. Like it's got to be. Sometimes I am more curious about stuff like their what is it, their line or whatever that they do, their Rumble Society and the Gomez stuff, which I'm not really into Gomez as much, but I love the idea of this character they've made. And one that there was two that actually really got me was the Lone Wolf and Cub kind of version. I thought that outfit was really cool. Hated that they put him in Converse, so I changed that immediately. I was like, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's the coolest part." I'm like, this is such a disrespect to the source material, in my opinion.
Go full samurai.
Oh man, I was like, oh, but everything else, I can make this. I can fix you. I could fix this. So I did.
So where did you get the samurai? The sandals?
Dude, this is crazy. This is one of those like you said, we just buy toys just to do it. A long time ago, for about $8, I bought Kuma from Afro Samurai on clearance. This was
cool.
I bought him at a comic shop on clearance. Nobody was buying these figures, I guess, or he was the only one left. And I got him, and I was like, cool. And I ended up using, I used his sleeves. I melded them to that.
For your
Jubei. Yeah, for Jubei. And then I had those legs left over a decade, and they just so happen. Not only do they fit perfectly after I modded them, but they're gray, and that roach is gray. So they match, like the color was pretty dang close. So I was like, cool. And then they did that other one, what was it, Gold Leader or whatever his name is, and he looks like it's Johnny Quest stuff. It's just super fun.
Oh yeah.
So I like that one, but other than that, I tried buying a Gomez. The first Gomez I ever bought was this, like, it wasn't Bruce Lee, but it was like a yellow ninja looking thing, and I got it in, and I was like, ugh. I was like, I feel this is. Man. Well, yeah, it wasn't really. I don't know. I was just like, why did I buy this? And ended up trading that for the lone roach and grub from a friend. He's like, it's not what a figure's worth. He's like, it's just how much you like it. And I was like, dang, that's awesome, dude. Well, let's do it.
Well, if only everybody thought that way, because
we'd have more fun trades.
Hell, Eric Harker came down here, and I had this box of stuff that I was like, it's stuff I'm going to get rid of. And Harker's like, can I go through it? I said, yeah. So he goes through, and he has a bunch of bags in his hands. And I was like, take it. He's like, serious?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, take it. He's like, all right, I'm going to bring you stuff then. And he brings me a whole bunch of, like, cloth goods and stuff for my figures. And I was like, this is awesome. Right. you get stuff from your friends, that they have a shared respect.
Absolutely, yeah. And speaking of which, it's funny, Dave was asking, it's like what I had done with those, for that, what was it? The Gomez with those Chucks is I personally wear Converse, so I use them on my Toycanic. So I've got black Converse on him. I've got these red Converse still. These are what were on the freaking Lone Roach, dude. Like, what?
Yeah.
These red. And it's kind of fun too, because the first Converse I ever bought were red high tops, and then Ori and Anthony gave me these weird Christmassy kind of ones, which these almost these kind of look like my Aquaman ones just a little bit.
Are those still Gomez shoes, or are they 3D printed?
No, these are official Mezco ones.
Cool.
These are actually, what was it, Cousin Eddie or something they called him?
Oh, I never met him.
Yeah, he was like a blue skull head and a deer onesie. Yep. Huh. Yeah, but you're like, I don't
Weird.
like that.
Yeah, I don't know what that's.
yeah, I don't know. It was, anyways, yeah, it was what it was. But so yeah, I hang on to those for I hollowed out my freaking Toycanic so I can swap them out every now and then, just because, gotta keep it fresh, I guess. Yeah. But speaking of Mezco.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, big uh-oh. I've got this one.
Oh, no.
Right
what
now.
Happened?
Every single one of these stripes is peeling up. This is brand new.
Ooh.
Yeah, every single one of these stripe ends is starting to lift. Yeah. So apparently there's that with this, and then I guess the...
How do you tack them back down?
I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac, and I'll put some on the end of a... probably, a little sculpting piece or whatever, and just kind of slide it along the edge and then press her down. Be very careful.
Yeah. But
yeah, this is... What a shame.
Oh, did you see that
it's expensive.
The Mafex Gambit went back up?
Yeah, I heard I heard that they were re-releasing him.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
but
good.
he went like in stock immediately. A lot of people thought it was like going to be a pre-order for a second release.
Oh, he was just like, let's go.
It was boom, boom, boom. He was in stock and shipping.
Cool. That's good. I hope a lot of people get him because he's amazing.
Yeah.
And
oh, yeah.
I heard there's also is there do you have any of those Gambit heads still, or did those sell out?
Oh yeah. I still got some. I think.
Are those fitted for Mafex?
But these, so the size works for both.
Yeah, he's pretty.
Currently,
he's a bigger character.
They're socketed for Legends.
So I noticed that because I have my Mafex on the shelf next to Rogue, and he's slightly taller than her.
Yeah,
I
wonder.
It's a good figure.
I wonder if Gambit Jordan got one of these.
Oh, I hope he did. He'd have to. Look at that, man. That looks awesome. Are those on your site right now?
Let me double check.
You guys can also double check if you check out that link right there. Right underneath Corey's name there. Casting Cave says castingcave.ecrater.com. You guys can go check out all the fun stuff.
Yeah, I've still got Gambit up. I've got Morph up.
I think you guys should go grab that Gambit, because if that thing's reselling right now, it's crazy. Because we kind of made a joke about it the other day, because I was like, we talked about how that Gambit, that Mafex, is like pretty much perfect right out of the box. I really can't think of anything that you'd want, and then all of a sudden this comes along and it's like, well, okay. Make it just oh gosh, you want to put a cherry on top of the sundae. That's how you do it.
Oh, what happens is you end up with like, I know this already from Wolverine, where you have all these variations, like different portraits that you start to collect, because you'll see somebody's, you'll be like, man, I like this guy's sculpt and I like that guy's sculpt. You end up with more and more and more.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
And it gets to a point where you're just like, what do I'm not gonna, like, I have them if I need them.
Yeah. That's nice.
Right now I have a okay, so Anthony hooked me up with this. There's 3 of them. It's Brian Carpio, his Logan head. I really dig them.
Nice, look at that.
They're super clean looking.
Yeah, that looks really good. Dang. Yeah, that looks really nice. Man, I hope they do that with the freaking... I hope not now, but whenever I have some money, it'd be nice if they re-release that brown. Especially now, people are going to have their fingers on the trigger.
Yeah, for real.
That's crazy. I think my Gene's supposed to get here. It says Monday, but if it's DHL, the way they usually do it, it'll be here Saturday. They're always like a day early. So we'll see. But yeah, her and the Dark Knight Returns Superman's coming. So I'm excited to...
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm not all in on the Dark Knight Returns deal, but I really like I got that Carrie Kelly and the Bruce 2-pack, which I thought was wonderful. And then that Superman, I was like, yeah, I'll get that. I didn't get the Joker or anything like that, but I think if they made Ollie, I'd probably grab him as well.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I just think that I dig those looks, man. I kind of wish they made all of them, except for I don't really need Selena in the Wonder Woman costume. I don't need that.
Wait, Catwoman and the Wonder Woman costume? I guess I didn't read that far in the series.
The first one, it's a little messed up. It's like very Sin City.
Weird.
Look at that. That looks so good. Look at those claws. God dang.
Oh, I know. I hope they do another release of this figure. If they're doing it with Gambit, they've got to do it with the brown costume.
Yeah, I hate that I missed that one. That looks so pretty. Yeah, I remember Anthony had found a few people, and he's like, this guy said he was trading the brown costume for the yellow and blue. I was like, has anybody done any trades with this guy? Like, no. I'm like, yeah, that ain't happening. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. No way. No way, no how. Dang, dude.
Yeah, there's 3 expressions, and they're great. I really dig these. It
Those
makes
are
me
really cool.
So Anthony actually reached out to Brian and asked him if he's open to like allowing people to sell his work.
Yeah.
But Brian works with one dude out of Australia that sells his work, and that's it. Now you can buy his prints if you sub to his Patreon. I say prints. You can buy his 3D models.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know.
So you can print as many as you want, but you just can't sell them.
Yeah, It's weird. I don't understand.
I feel like
if you offer your files, like it's okay, I'm going to sell my sculpts as a digital. I guess he should offer some service for the way Orbis does.
Yeah,
where he
absolutely.
offers a subscription service to people. It's like, okay, as a seller, you can subscribe, and as long as you're at this level, you can sell my models.
Well, yeah, and also like it's gonna, dude, your sculpts are gonna get out. Like it's gonna happen.
That's
I don't know.
Another thing that sucks, and I've seen it. I've seen some of his sculpts on eBay already.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a bummer because if I got on eBay and somebody was selling the fan plastic stuff,
yeah,
that's just me and Alex, and I would be as mad for Alex,
right?
As Alex would be. I'd be pissed.
Well, that's something I can definitely like attest to that for you. I can vouch for you on that. We've gone through like years and years, and I'll find some kind of sculpt on eBay, and I'll link it to you, and you're like, nah, I know who did that. That's a copy, or somebody stole that or whatnot, and so I won't buy it, and you won't do it. You won't copy people's work. Like that's just something that you've never done. Like, I do appreciate that too.
There's some people we know, toy photographers that have hit me up and been like, "Hey, will you paint this for me?" And it's something they bought off of eBay, and when they get it in hand, it's kind of janky looking.
Yeah.
And then if you agree, like, oh yeah, send it to me, then you'll get it in hand, and you're like, oh, this is even worse. It's trash resin that I don't know.
Man, yeah, absolutely.
I've dealt with those before and had to do cleanup jobs, and I don't want to have to do that again.
Hey, take care, Brian. Esteban, what's going on, man? Thank you for showing up. I see Michael Mahoney was in here talking about, like, he said he can't think of Johnny Quest without remembering the Venture Brothers episodes. God.
Oh, poor Action Johnny.
Oh, it was rough.
Yeah, and Race, them beating on him like he's a pinata.
Bruh.
Terrible.
I was like, no. Terrible. No. So bad. So bad. Man, I cannot believe these little... all these stripes, dude.
Yeah, oh man.
Yeah, it's like these little...
So that reminds me of the cap.
Oh man, yeah.
Where all of the scales were peeling up.
That was one of my first Mezco repairs. I remember it was for Darius.
Oh man.
And I got it, and I had to fix the shoulder in there, and I was like, I remember one started to come off, and I was like, I go, dude, I don't think I'm going to be able to stretch this shoulder out without these pieces coming off. He's like, that's fine. He's like, just let them come off. I just need the shoulder fixed. I was like, okay. I was like, and now I think back, I was like, man, technically, there's so many things I could have done different back in the day in that one, but which I'm thankful for him letting me, just experiment on expensive toys like that. But
I wonder how hard it would be to create like a really soft rubber overlay that has the scales already on it. That would just sit on the top of cap.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know.
That's on them. They need to be thinking that way.
Well, I mean, it's that's the thought though. That's the thought process that, gives us better toys. One of us has to do it.
This is kind of a good idea. Like, did you get him? The Hobo One Kenobi?
No, I canceled him.
Okay, so he has butterfly joints underneath here.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. I do like that.
The torso inside this shirt is little, and then this is like
Rubber.
a hollow rubber piece.
I can't tell if I like that or don't like that.
It's not bad. I'm sure that if I were to boil and pop this and clear out some range on that ab joint, I'm sure I could crunch him way over, which would be kind of cool.
So I know. Obviously, I could have gotten a much better head sculpt for that figure, but I think that was one of the I'm kind of on a way big slowdown right now. Like with purchasing, I'm just like, all right, had a crazy few months. Let's chill out for a bit. And he was like one of the deals where, and I think I told you the other day about that Havoc, about my card had some fraud on it. And so I had to get a new one. Well, he happened to be on there as well through Amazon. And I was like, hey, we can't process your order. And I was like, man, you're not going to. I'm not. I was like, just cancel it. Just cancel it. I saw his face and I was like, I don't like that face on him. You know what it would have been? What would have happened? You know exactly what would have happened if I got that figure.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing that always happens.
Yep, if it's a beard, you know what it means. I mean, I don't want. Listen, Corey, I don't want credit for it, but they keep giving it to me. Shut up.
It's a different hair. Come on now.
Yeah, come on, man. I don't know. Is that the one with the flesh gloves?
Yeah, no. Is it the second one? The blue shirt actually has the fingerless gloves.
Oh, okay.
But the other two, they forgot to paint them. So it's there. The sculpt is there. It's just they're all skin tone.
Well, so do you like it?
It's alright.
Yeah, that's where I got that.
It's tough because I'm so partial to. I mean, we're both partial to that Mythos Obi-Wan look.
Oh my god! Did you see that dude? Did you see that Instagram of the guy that made the best backpack? Have you seen that?
Adam.
Was that Adam?
Yeah, Adam was working on a Mythos Kenobi.
Dude, it looked oh, yeah. I saw that backpack and I was like, God dang. Anthony sent that to me and I was like, no, not now. I'm broke. And then I realized, oh, this dude just made a custom. And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, that's what I'm doing. Only this guy did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was just like, man. Because I remember we were talking about that. It's like, man, if only we could figure out a way to make a kit.
Yeah, for real.
Because he had it all.
That's something I want, or something I need, but I would also have to figure out how to make it light enough. Because that is one thing that bothers me is if you put a pack that has all that stuff on him,
yeah,
it can't be all plastic. Otherwise, it'll be way too heavy.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so like a heavy or maybe a hollowed out backpack would be a good start.
I saw a resin print for one, but it's big and it's a solid piece. Like it's not hollow at all. So I'd imagine that it's way too heavy.
You have to get that thing and then hollow it out. And gosh, but that, man, the fact that all those pieces came off, I was like, dang, I kind of I don't know, I kind of love that. the one that
guy made. You don't have the Sideshow figure, do you?
No, I almost bought it whenever there was a re-release or something like that, but I think it was you that told me, you're like, he doesn't have double elbows.
Yeah, I had to replace the base body, but I ended up buying the base body I bought for him is perfect. Like it is so well done. All the joints are really tight. He has double elbows, butterfly joints, double knees, everything.
Nice.
And then he even had better ankle joints than the figure. So I did a little modding to get the ankle joint seated the way I wanted inside the boot. And now my Sideshow Obi-Wan poses better than any other.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. He deserves it because that character's awesome.
Hell yeah.
That's one of those ones that deserves a little extra put into him because, man, I don't know. I'm a big fan. I was freaking out, for anybody who hasn't watched the show yet, for some reason, if you're saving it, close your ears real quick. But that last episode where he's got in the gear and I'm like, that's all I really wanted, but I wanted it for the whole show.
I want to get Ant to print this head for me in 1/6 scale.
Ooh,
and
cool.
I'll paint one as an alternate head for that sideshow.
Oh man.
Right now, I'm in the process of trying to reduce one to 6-inch.
So what do you do like that with that longer hair? Do you put like a is that younger Obi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was about to say, I was like, man, are you gonna put like? I was sitting there trying to think of like his hair kind of going gray and whatnot in there, but you're gonna do the full color.
Oh yeah, the show. It'll have a little bit of gray, not too much.
Not too much, yeah.
Yeah, it'll have that touch of gray for men.
There it is. Just a touch of gray. Just salt and pepper.
Whatever. In the show, when Leia's like, this old guy, I was like, well, how rude. He doesn't he doesn't even look that old.
Yeah. It's like, he looks great for his age. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
We'll see where you act again in 10 years, little Leia. It's like, oh, jeez. She's just a kid.
Ewan McGregor is like, you'll never act in this. You'll never act here again. You're done.
He's like, next season, my daughter who's in here, she's playing Leia. Like, we've already seen her. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know that.
And would you die laughing if they started season 2 and it's a different actress for Leia?
Yes.
Shouldn't have called him old.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done it. That upset him.
It's on you.
The scene where she calls me old, I would like her gone. Ewan. He's serious.
Yeah. She's crying. Great.
Yep. She's gone or I walk. Oh, jeez. Good. This is good for Ewan. I'm going to go play Jiminy Cricket now. Great. Yeah. That's crazy, dude. I don't know. There's a special look today. There's a special look at Andor today as well, due to that the Disney Plus the Disney Plus day.
Wasn't that show supposed to be out?
I think it's really close to coming.
Yeah. I would like to see it. Somebody said that it's Mon Mothma, the series.
It looks awesome.
I'll be honest, if somebody told me they were doing a TV show about Mon Mothma, because she's an original trilogy character and she is connected to like the prequels, the original trilogy, and even, to other stuff as well, I would have been interested in that from the start.
Yeah. Now
that they're saying that, I'm like, okay, I think I'm down. I do want to see what she's got going on.
Yeah.
Andor is, I certainly didn't remember him. I couldn't remember his name after Rogue One.
Oh, really?
He did not. I remember the droid.
Yeah, we all wanted more. We all wanted more K2.
Yeah, right. But they said Alan Tudyk isn't supposed to be in season 1 of Andor.
Exactly, which is like, But then I watched the trailer. I watched the trailer and it looked like Indiana Jones with Star Wars for me. So I'm just I don't know, man. It's Star Wars, dude. It's gonna bring in viewers no matter what, And it really does look good. It really does look good.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Right.
I don't want him like putting the face of his spaceship down into a Sarlacc pit. I don't want that again.
I'll take that any day. I'll take that any day over Leia hiding under my jacket.
That was also pretty silly.
It was pretty silly, yeah.
And I'm sure they can fall back on like Star Wars is for kids, but that doesn't mean the adults have to act like children too, though.
Well, they do though. I hate girls. It's like, oh, okay. Hey, did you? I'm not gonna spoil anything for anybody here, but did you have you watched She-Hulk today?
No, I haven't.
Okay. There's a really cool
a cameo.
Yeah, but from a show that we love.
Okay.
Not
I knew he was coming.
Not a character, but Yeah, not exactly a character, but from a show we love, and it's very obscure, and it's phenomenal.
Huh.
Yep.
I'd have to see.
Yes, you will. I was thrilled watching this. So, but yeah,
Nice.
good. Yeah, and then man, there's the Pinocchio movies streaming as well. For those of you
That's
didn't
Guillermo del Toro, right?
No. This is the other one.
Huh.
This is the Disney live action with Tom Hanks playing Geppetto. The other one is Guillermo. That's with Ewan McGregor doing Jiminy Cricket. And this Disney, or this I don't know if they're both Disney, but the one that's up right now is Joseph Gordon-Levitt does the voice of Jiminy Cricket in this one. And
no, that's not Pauly Shore doing the voice of Pinocchio.
Bro, that's the worst. That's the worst thing ever, man. Dude.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, we gotta run. I'm a real boy. Yep.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're a real old man.
Yeah, you need to stop, Paulie. You don't sound like a kid either. It's just weird. Why? How is it like? I love that you'll ask Alex, like, "Hey, Alex, did you see this movie or this movie? Have you seen Predator?" No, but I watched Pinocchio, voiced by Pauly Shore. I was like, man, Alex,
he has a very specific set of interests.
That cracked me up. That was really funny. I was like, good for you. He's like, here, watch the trailer. I was like, okay, I can see why you watched it.
Please don't.
I can see why.
Please don't do this.
Yeah, we're doing it. He's like,
hey,
here,
we had a bargain, we made an agreement that I would read Batman Nightfall, which was way too damn long, and he would watch an Ultraman movie. Now, I spent more than 2 hours reading those damn comic books. He has not invested 2 hours watching this movie for me.
What do you win?
I'm just going to have to give him a hard time until he does. He's killing me. That son of a gun.
Yeah, because, like, you can't forget Nightfall, right? Because of how compelling it was?
It was whatever. It was exactly what you'd expect. It's like Batman is their, like, Christ.
Yep.
So, I'm sure there's Bat fans in the viewers. They're all going to leave. All 12 of the viewers are leaving.
That's all right.
They're done. They're like, oh, here comes Corey with strong opinions on Batman.
Oh,
I'm
man.
done.
Dude, we would have the most hated podcast, like, ever if it was us. It would just be like, Batman sucks with Corey and Billy. And they're like, what? It'd probably bring people in, though. They'd be like, no, he doesn't. They'd be like, dude, I was flipping through freaking HBO Max the other day, and it was like, they can't even let another character have a movie without it having, like, Batman in the forefront. No. It's like Batman. It was like John Constantine or Justice League Dark Batman. I'm like, he's not even supposed to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, if he wasn't in the comic, he will be in the movie.
It's insane how many animated Batman films are on there, too. I couldn't believe it. I was like, sure it'd be cool to watch a movie that I was, like, interested in. But I can't because Batman's in everything. I'm like, man. Although I did see that. What was it? Was it Soul of the Dragon?
The Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah. That looked awesome.
Did it actually have Bruce Lee in it?
No. The character is what the heck was his name? I don't know. I didn't watch it yet, so I just kind of caught the trailer and I was like, dude, that looked freaking awesome. It looked really cool. Plus, it was like from Bruce Timm. I was like, okay.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
Although,
it looked really fun.
I think he's a producer for all of the animated stuff.
Oh, they just threw his name on there?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Well, but the animation also doesn't look like that new weird animation that they've been using for, like, since, what was it? Justice League Doom, was it?
They started to change. Well, hell, I even remember...
Yeah.
After the Superman cartoon, when the second Batman series, what was it called?
Adventures of Batman and Robin?
It was Batman and Robin,
Yeah.
And they started to change all the designs. It was like they were looking for a way to kind of streamline things. And it was still good. It's just you could tell over the years they've been like, okay, how can we cut the cost? Like make the character designs a little simpler, and save that money.
There's a Deathstroke movie on there called Knights and Dragons. And I haven't seen it, but like I was just going through last night. I was like, I'll watch the trailer. If I'm interested, I'll just add it to my list. And dude, the freaking, I don't know what it was, but the animation reminded me of like Venture Brothers.
Weird.
It was weird. I was like, man, okay. I'm kind of
a Deathstroke movie called Still Stroking.
No.
How about Up and Stroke?
Nope. Gunstroke. The Killing Stroke. Strokes on You. It's like, man, you know that I guarantee you somewhere written down in the Warner Brothers like idea room, they're all those are there.
Pile of them.
It's like this one almost made it. Still Stroking almost made it. Yes. How to Avoid a Stroke. It's like, dude, can we stop? Can we just stop for a minute? It's ridiculous.
They have been trying to pitch Deathstroke movies for so long, and they just walk in. They walk in, like, oh god, here it comes.
Yeah.
What's the pun?
Okay, so I don't think you've heard this one before. Stop me if you've heard this stroke. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Get out.
Okay.
I told you you're fired last year.
Yeah. I told you, if you came back in here with that, I was going to cut one of your fingers off. I know you said that. All right. It wasn't a stroke. Joke. Dang it. Hey, you got a question in here from Southtown Paint Apps.
No.
When it comes to your site, do you ever restock on past casts like the Shrunken Daredevil heads?
Okay, so I know which ones he's talking about. The STCC ones that are shrunken down. I need to make new molds of those guys. They have been on my list for a little while now. It's one of those things where there are certain items on the site that I just get. I end up doing so much stuff, and I'm like, do this. I need to bring this back. I need to bring this back. Another one is the old Toy Biz Build-A-Figure Apocalypse head that I shrunk to Build-A-Figure size. That's another one that I need to bring back.
Right.
It's on my list. I'll try and bring it back in about a month.
Gotcha. There you go.
But yeah, there's always stuff like that where I'm like, I'll tell myself, I'm like, bring it back. You have to, because not only is it something that, because I enjoy painting those Daredevil heads, especially the one with the bruises on his face.
Right.
I really like that head.
I love, that's actually I've got that up on my, the top of my Ninja Turtle shelf.
Yeah.
On that big street dio.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've just got him leaned down with his mask backwards or off, down his neck, and that freaking, that beat up face, man. It's so good.
Love it.
I love his hairstyle in that one too.
Yeah, it's like
little shaggy.
It's a little it's kind of what is that, Scott Stapp?
Oh my god. No, it's not that bad.
I'm taking it off the shelf.
That's just enough for him to be like, ugh.
Oh no.
Like, Matt, what are you doing? Oh, I don't know. I thought I'd let it grow out. Well, stop.
Oh. Well, this is why you can't keep a girlfriend. He's like, but the last one died.
Yeah.
Haircut. Sorry, it was a haircut.
Are you sure? Yeah, she hated it. Hair's getting a little shaggy. Throws her off a roof. God dang, Matt. What are you doing? You can't do that. What was it? Oh, remember that his blind girlfriend?
Oh no.
She like went crazy and put
she
her
went
in.
insane, yeah.
Yeah, she went nuts. I was
terrible.
like, Kate or something. I was like, oh man. Why are you doing this, Matt? Stop.
Right.
You know what, Matt? Maybe you should just stop dating for a while. This one right here gave away my identity for drugs. Uh-huh. This one tried to kill me. Are you okay? I want to see. That's why I want somebody to be like, I like Daredevil because I can relate to him. And be like, well, I don't want to meet any of your girlfriends.
Yeah, right.
No way. That's nuts. Poor guy.
They keep running into shit.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a door there. It's my Daredevil powers kicking in. I don't think they did.
You know, he's got like an echolocation kind of thing, right? No. Okay. So you're a blind superhero by night, sometimes by day, and also a lawyer? No. How do you relate to Daredevil? You're not even blind, dude. That's gotta be rough too. It's like, oh man, yeah, I want a superhero that represents me because I'm blind. It's like they got Daredevil. It's like, well, freaking describe him to me. You know what I mean? It's like, oh,
yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
I want to say that they did a Daredevil comic or a few in Braille.
It was raised, and they printed them in Braille like that.
That was all. I talked to Jesse Falcon about that once. I was like, how cool would it be to like yeah, I mean, I talked to him on the phone. I was like, dude, I thought it'd be really cool to set up like a audio book for Daredevil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, how cool would that be for, stuff like that? But I don't know. It obviously didn't go anywhere. There was something, I can't remember what the reasoning was. There was something along there to it, but it was pretty cool. He's like, there is some, like there's some Braille ones, some raised ones. I was like, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
that's really, really cool. But
if I ever saw those, I'd probably buy them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know what would happen? Like I would grab it and I'd be walking towards the register and there would be like a blind kid in the comic shop. Oh. It'd be like that moment whenever we use the handicap stall and you come out and there's a guy in a wheelchair waiting and you're like,
you don't come out. You stay in there. Well,
you stay in there. Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? If there was multiple copies of that comic when a blind kid was in there, you could totally, be like, all right, here, I'm going to buy those. And then you could get assaulted by his dad because you shouldn't be doing that. What are you doing to my son? I was just buying him some comics. Wrong, perv! It's like, this was a bad day for me.
Like you bought them, you go to give them to the kid, like, hey, these are comics for blind kids. And he's like, oh, sorry, I forgot to take my sunglasses off.
And you're like, you don't get it now. And also you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
He signs at you. It's like, son of a gun, I'm having a real bad day. Just a real bad day, real bad time right now. I shouldn't have done this. So yeah, there's your Facebook post. So learn today, it's not a good idea to buy comics for kids you don't know. It's like,
I was just trying to get rid of some Alan Moore books.
Vomit. No.
Turns out kids don't like From Hell.
Apparently, it's not a good time for anybody. It's like, From Hell. Yeah. Apparently, kids don't like From Hell. Like, no kidding.
The little kid is like he showed his mom. His mom's like, "Did you give this book to my kid?" I go, I don't know what you're talking about.
I just went out of here.
She tries to show you the pictures in there. You're like, I didn't know those were in that.
I didn't know. I didn't read it. You didn't read it. No.
Yeah, nobody reads Alan
No,
Moore.
those books are for kids. It's just like,
You keep telling people Alan Moore comics are for kids.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, those are for kids. What? Yeah. You shouldn't be watching. You shouldn't be reading those. Those are for kids. Those are kids' books. That's so funny, dude. It's like, no, they're not. Yeah. Yeah, those are definitely children's books. These should be in the children's section. These kids' books over here. You come in here every Wednesday screaming about that. Yeah, well.
See you next Wednesday.
See you next Wednesday, and I hope these books aren't in the same spot. Oh, God. Poor bastards.
Quickly, I'd get kicked out of a comic shop for doing that.
Wait.
Keep moving. Watchmen. Keep putting Watchmen in the kids section.
It's like, stop doing that.
I'm like, stop. It's not funny.
Stop doing it. Don't do that. What? I want these kids to learn.
Yeah. They need to know about Rorschach. He's cool.
I don't think those kids do need to know about Rorschach. I don't think they do. Yeah, Rorschach's cool. Man. Can you just get that? Please just leave.
Yeah. So, who are your favorite characters? Joker. Oh, a Homelander. Rorschach. Yeah. And how about a
Red Skull?
How about fourth? What do we got?
I love the Red Skull so much.
Oh, Red Skull.
It's like, bro, what?
Yeah. Visually, he's the most compelling of the bunch.
Baron Strucker is pretty good.
Hate Monger. I like his name.
I'm picking up a pattern here with you. Man, when you said Homelander,
oh no.
You like him? Yeah, he's awesome. Is he? How do you mean? I just need you to explain.
Cool shit. I can't believe he just gets away with it. He didn't care. He's such a free spirit.
Well, he's free, all right.
Nobody tells him what to do. I want to be just like him.
Oh God, please don't. Yep. It's like you can't. This is bad. That's my favorite character. That's the kid that his parents let him watch that show. Comes to school and he's like, "Yeah, I like Homelander."
It's about.
Yeah, I like Homelander. You guys watch The Boys? No. I'm watching Young Justice though. It's pretty good. It's pretty mature. Yeah, you guys don't know cool yet until you've seen Homelander. He wears an American flag on him, which is America. You know, that's real disrespectful to the flag. Actually, it's written that you shouldn't use it as a garment. No, it's not. Okay.
Who cares? The founding fathers are all dead.
Nah, yeah, my brain fixed that. Now, there are some freedoms I don't want trampled on, but this one, I like this one. I like doing this one wrong. I was like, oh my God. Homelander. I finished that book. I finished that book not too long ago.
Yeah.
I went back through and I was like, oh, I'm gonna read this. And
okay, so
it's good.
You finished it.
I did, boy. I didn't expect that.
Do
ending.
you think that Garth Ennis? Do you think he excels at long form, or is he better as like a one and done comic?
I thought he did good in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I don't know. I guess because I kind of liked. I guess I kind of liked all the good guy characters in this book, so that was really crazy for me, like to actually feel that way. Now, and not to mention, you got Wee Huey who looks like Simon Pegg, and I'm like, all right, this is really fun. I was like, I think that's really cool. But yeah, there were some. So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm saying that to you now, but that's because also now I was able to like binge everything, right? I remember back in the day, I stopped reading it. And I remember, I want to say,
it's taking so long.
I want to say I just got bored, which was kind of rare back then. I was like, I would stick with a comic all the way through.
I mean, that's how I got with Preacher.
Oh yeah, same thing. And I was far into Preacher, and I was like,
yeah,
geez,
once
dude.
you get in, once the guffaw wears off, the sort of like, wow, they really are ramping it up. They really broke the knob off.
Yeah,
they're showing us what can be done in comic books.
Yep.
Then you realize that the story's kind of shallow.
Yeah, there's not much there. But once again, could have been really good in short.
With his Punisher.
Yeah. Yeah, a long Punisher story would just be. I don't know. I like Punisher Max.
That was the book he was on. But it ran for so long that you kind of get to where you're like, okay, one run, like one graphic novel size Ennis Punisher book, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
that gave me something I wanted to see. Like, what happens whenever you have an unchained Punisher?
Right.
And it's wild.
Right.
But then you keep going, and you get to characters like Barracuda, and you're like, this is too much.
Dude, Barracuda was oof. Yeah, that was something, yeah. Yeesh. Pretty good bad guy though. I mean, dang, if you want to go villains.
Yeah, if you needed somebody who looked like they could eat Frank Castle for lunch.
Literally, yeah.
That's it.
I was like, man, Barracuda was rough, yeah. But I did like I liked Max Fury as well, his Nick Fury run.
You know, I never read that one.
It's pretty cool, man. It's old Nick. He's older than those.
I think I need to find that one because I think Cam Kennedy is doing the art in that book.
I think I've got those. I should have. I don't know if they're reachable right here, but yeah, I think I definitely have some Max Furies in there. Those are good, man. Those are interesting, I guess, is the way I should put it. Especially since it's like we don't get that Nick anymore. As far as I know, he's gone, right? Like they turned him into the Watcher or something.
He is. Yeah, he's like the Watcher now. If he's even still around, I don't even know.
Right? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's tough because they will take a character and go in a new direction, and yeah, I mean it's like the original Captain Marvel, right? Like they've never brought him back.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure that people, I mean, like Johnny, he loves the original Captain Marvel.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know if bringing him back would be a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh. Maybe. I'm trying to think. Is like, I guess if you just called him Marvel, you know.
Yeah.
And not try to take, because I feel like it'd be kind of poor because since Captain Marvel is such a she's such an icon right now.
Yeah.
That would be kind of crappy to try to put that on here. I am upset though that we never got Carol Danvers as Miss Marvel like first. And they could have changed up the outfit. I know the comic outfit's a bit.
Oh, the red and blue?
No, the black with the yellow stripe. The Miss Marvel Carol Danvers.
Didn't we get? We didn't get that figure.
No, I'm talking about live action.
Oh, in the movie.
Yeah, they went straight to Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
And it's a shame because the I don't know, man. Those comics were freaking amazing. Like those were really good. Christine absolutely loved them. She's like, "Oh, it's written by a female." It's like, and it's from a female perspective, and it worked super well. It just worked really, really well. But then whenever she went to Captain Marvel, they turned her. She got mean. They made her. I guess they more.
The comics?
Maybe more militant. I would say, not mean.
Yeah. Although so that was around. Was that around Civil War 2?
Oh God, that's when they tried to make her a bad guy.
Yeah. That's
trying hard.
What Joey was telling me, that she's like straight up the heavy in those.
They turned her into not so fun. I'm sure there's people out there that would love her and like that kind of character, but I was like, oh no, what are they doing to Carol? Like Carol's awesome. I like Carol, and I don't know.
She has such close ties to the X-Men in the comics.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, because that story with her when she was like her and like Warbird and whatnot, the Warbird outfit, man.
Yeah.
And Rogue.
Oh yeah. I wonder if they'll use Captain Marvel to introduce X-Men into the movies.
You haven't watched the Miss Marvel show, have you?
No, she's a mutant.
She might be.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
All
right.
That show is awesome.
Cool.
I was very, very, very surprised at how well and how fun that was. Like,
Yeah.
I really wish I would have had superhero movie or like shows like that when I was a kid. And I thought it was just going to be for kids, but me and Christine watched it. We go, damn, that was really good. Like, it was just.
They think he's dropping the F-bomb.
Dude, no, it was actually the opposite. It was like a wholesome show that kept me smiling, and I was like, dang, I really like. She has crazy good on screen like charisma. I really liked her.
Good.
And yeah, there's last episode was really cool. And there was might have dropped a word in there, and there might have been a familiar theme song from '97. So
nice.
It's pretty cool. But
yeah, they're working their way towards it.
They're trying. Yeah, they're trying to get there.
Do you know when this new X-Men cartoon's coming?
Actually, I did see something about it the other day. I think it's next year though. X-Men '97, really? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I saw, it was going to be next year. There's like, what's Phase 5? Because the Wakanda movie is going to be the last of Phase 5, or to start Phase 5, excuse me. Last of Phase 4 to start Phase 5. And then with...
Wait, which movie is the last of Phase 4?
Wakanda Forever.
Man... it's crazy to think that Phase 4 is already coming to a close when I'm still not sure who the bad guy is.
I think it's kind of I don't know, it's been kind of a cool, I think that's why I've liked Phase 4 so much, is it's been more of more fun stories, like the stuff that I like in comic books, instead of a long, I don't know, because I wasn't one of the big Endgame guys or whatever. I was like, God dang, I was like, this is taking... It was fun to be a part of that. Don't get me wrong. It was super fun to be part of that ride. But after it was over, I was like, oh, I feel like I can breathe. And then I get all these like cool story arcs of these characters who are, I don't know. There's just like new things. And I feel like there's way more stuff that they're able to do now, and just new ideas and shorter, more contained stories. I feel like, and I like that. I don't feel like I don't want to watch 20 movies, man.
They've been doing multiverse stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I figured there would be something to kind of tie all of it together. Really, the multiverse stuff, the only one that's really felt like satisfying, for me at least, has been Spider-Man.
Oh, that was fun. Apparently they re-released it in the theater, and I've heard it's got like 15 minutes of extra footage. Have you heard that?
Oh, yeah. And is it still in theaters?
They brought it back. I saw it the other day that it was in theaters, and I heard there was 15 more minutes of footage. I don't know what's in it.
Yeah.
I always stay away from that stuff.
To see it.
Yeah, right. I would watch it again. I wouldn't. I'm not even a Spider-Man fan, and I saw that movie in the theater twice. It was fun.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I went twice as well. And I even thought about it later. I was like, man, I think I want to see it again.
Yeah, and like, so I absolutely love the Multiverse of Madness. It's one of my favorites in all the Marvel films. I just really liked it. Something about everything hit with me. But when you're talking about things tying together, you're right, because I got really hyped up when I saw like these we get these versions of characters, and I was like, oh my god. And then somebody said the other day, somebody told me, they're like, well, they only put Krasinski in because the fans wanted him. And I was like, what? I was like, well, that's a great business model to put people in that fans like, but also I was like, if that was it, and I don't know, that threw me off. Like, to this day, I still don't understand why you would bring all of them in. Like, I guess it's like, okay, you showed how strong this character was.
Oh yeah. To have an Avenger or an Illuminati that is just totally expendable.
But not just, it was all of the characters that got wiped out right after you met them all, and I was like, I didn't like that. Like, I remember like I was trying to, I had to watch the movie a second time, just to kind of like process what was going on. Because I remember I seen that and I got so happy and so excited. I was like, I haven't been this excited in one of these Marvel films. I think since I like,
no,
dude, and they yanked it away. I was like, that was, you know what that was? It was one of those joke lottery tickets. I was like, oh, I'm a winner. It's like, just kidding. And I was like, oh no, like why?
Yeah, I got real bummed because I wanted some closure for certain characters, and it was like, here they are, here's characters, and you're like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And
nope.
And then nothing. You're like, oh, come on.
Yeah, the opportunity was right there.
Yeah.
And so that one did throw me off. And but and I keep hearing this, and this is another reason why you see the stuff like one of the big deals I saw with like She-Hulk and the CGI. People are, you know, oh, this is crap, and they're making funny, you know, Shrek memes, which I think is all fun, and you know, it's great for you to do that.
It's all fun and games until somebody's actually playing the swamp.
Well, whenever you're just a miserable piece of shit who wants to do that, when you don't think about the visual effects artists who are being strained so tight, who were given a year to work on Thanos' skin texture, but then you're given 5 months to create an entire character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so that I hate that. I think that upsets me to see stuff like that, because they had to some things get changed as this show.
Yeah, that's budgetary constraints. That's the Disney saying, well, we could hire more people to work on this project, but these people will do.
And also, things get made, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, by the way, that's not going to be in the show. We're changing directions.
Yep.
And I've heard that a lot about Marvel. It's like, all this work gets done, then all of a sudden they're like, nope, we're going in this direction. And Sam Raimi even said that. He said he wasn't sure where it was going, and now I realize why Edgar Wright left. He's like,
yeah, I heard that the Doctor Strange movie had to be almost completely reshot.
And that, you know, just kind of seeing it, and I was like, I'm surprised, because that movie honestly should have been, when I hear that, I would think this movie's a train wreck. But I
mean, he pulls it together. Sam Raimi always delivers.
Dude. But still, you got to commend the guy for that. I
bet if we would have got whatever Sam Raimi really wanted to do, that movie would have been 4 hours.
You know what's funny though is, like, I would take that because I like that movie so much.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll take 4 hours, dude. Let's go. Cause
dude, two Doctor Strange movies, like, one, you know,
give us
consecutively, one the next year. That would be wild.
This is where I am though. Like right now, I'm like, I want the TV shows more than I want the movies at this point, because because I get so much more. If it's done really, really well, I get so much more. Like, just a ton. You know, you're getting what? Let's see. If you get 6 1-hour episodes, geez, that's amazing. Like, just like the Loki stuff, I'm excited as hell for another season of that. Yeah, look, Julian in there. He's like, I was so excited for Black Bolt. It's like, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
That was crappy. I don't know, man. I was like, I watched it and I was like, how is that like? How is that okay? I just, that part really did throw me off.
Time to shine.
And that poor guy, dude. That was the original actor from the freaking show,
right?
And I was like, I won't even pretend I didn't watch.
It felt like Marvel going, we could revisit that show, but we're not.
Nah. And people were really like, a lot of people were like super excited and happy, like that he was there. They're like, oh, that's so cool, because how hard is it going to be to play Black Bolt? You know? And it's like, good for him, you know?
He was the best Black Bolt we could ask for.
Yeah.
What did he do?
I'm surprised there wasn't people up in arms saying, like, how did you not get a mute actor to play Black Bolt? How dare you, you know?
Uh-oh.
Like, well, he's not really mute. You know?
They keep handing him Daredevil comics, so it's not funny.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh, but yeah, that surprised me. But man, I don't know. That was, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been that conflicted with any of the superhero films before, because I love that film so much, and then I hated that like little 10-minute span of like, why are they doing this?
Yeah,
Nobody's gonna survive this.
We're gonna throw some shit away. Get ready.
And then they killed my girl, and I was like, I'm pretty upset right now. I was mad. I was big mad.
You were writing, "Dear Sam." I've got some strong opinions about you now.
I got a lot of F words I'm holding back right now, Sam.
My mom said I shouldn't use these words.
So I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna.
But what you did to Peggy, I was like, oh. Yeah, I was crazy. I don't think I've had that many emotions run through me like in a film in that much time. I was like, this probably messed me up somehow. Like, I don't know. It's like something's gonna happen that's really sad, and I'm gonna start laughing later on. They're like, "What's wrong with you?" And be like, "You didn't see Multiverse of Madness?"
You know how in in Spider-Man, as much as was going on in that film, in the Spider-Man movie, the way that Peter, one of the Peter Parkers together, the Peters three, the three Peters,
three Petes.
The way they were able to work together and like pull through for not just for the good guys, but also for the bad guys. They were able to help.
That's what Pete wants
Otto
to do.
And Norman and everybody.
You know,
that was probably the most rewarding thing, seeing a superhero movie
where they don't try to kill the enemy.
We didn't have to just murder
exactly
our guy at the end, you know, because it's Spider-Man. He's not the Punisher.
Well, that's the one thing that I really do, you know, and like I said, I even say that the older I get, the more I tend to actually like Spider-Man a little more whenever he's the older Spider-Man. As I love that about him is that I'll try to do anything possible to not kill my enemy, like I want my enemy, because almost all of his enemies, this is really messed up. The thing that gets me about Peter, they're always talking about like everything that's happens with Peter and the bad luck and whatnot. I was like, dude, could you imagine every one of your freaking friends and colleagues trying to kill you at some point? That sucks.
Peter goes to his dentist, and his dentist is like Romanian. He's like, oh, God damn it.
Yep. Get away.
Okay. All right. What's your supervillain alias?
He's like, well, he's like, I've been working on this time to grow teeth back. I'm like, nope. He's like, what's his name? Like, his name's like Dr. like, it'd have to be like Jacob Shark. Like, God. It's not even clever.
Yeah.
It's like Shark with a Q.
As Peter goes in for a checkup, it's like, why me?
I'm just
He's gonna be a villain. I know it.
You can't go anywhere. It's like, you imagine him walking into a Subway. It's like, what do you want in your sandwich? It's like, I can't do this. They're gonna.
His favorite spot to get hot dogs in New York, and he's like,
no.
He's like Japanese, and it's like, oh.
Nope.
He's like, all right, what is it? He's like, I've been raising giant fish. Here we go.
Why would you do this?
He's a supervillain. I knew it.
Yeah. My name is Chongzu Piranha. It's like, really? Piranha. Your last name's Piranha?
Dr. Piranha.
Doctor. Oh, no. Yeah, anybody that has a degree in medicine.
No, he's a hot dog vendor, but he's a doctor.
Yeah, he's a doctor. He's like, well, I fell on hard times. It's like, oh. And you're a hot...
They fired him from his job. Now he's forced to sell hot dogs, but he's Dr. Piranha.
How did you... Oh, man. Just wild. Oh. Poor Pete.
Somebody at Marvel is taking notes.
Poor Pete. But you're right. Back to your point. Watching all of them work together, literally just like
really rewarding.
Like, hey, you're supposed to be like closing the gap or whatever, you know, and stuff like that. So it's like, hey, people know you're Peter Parker, and all of a sudden this is tearing apart. But it's like, no, we're gonna work together to save the villains.
Yeah.
It was like, Oh, okay. While Ned does whatever it is Ned does, and then MJ just looks MJ looks a little confused. But I have actually I like the Zendaya MJ. I think she's kind of cool. I kind of like the attitude a bit. But
You know,
they haven't given her much to do.
The worst thing about that Spider-Man movie,
Ned,
is the fact that Doctor Strange let that shit happen.
I think that's the funniest. He's so
He's
so cocky. He's so cocky.
It made Doctor Strange seem like he. So then you go over to like multiverse, right? And you're like, listen, this guy just did stupid shit in the Spider-Man movie. How can we trust him?
They can't. I love the fact that Wong is like the Sorcerer Supreme now.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, you don't get to be, and he still is, man. He's stuck with the role. I was like, that is freaking awesome. That is so awesome. I love that he lost the role, but that's another growing point. I think Steven is like my favorite out of like probably all the MCUs besides Korg. You know.
Oh, Ant-Man.
Oh, Scott Lang is the best, dude.
Yeah.
It's hard
tough because
I've
been waiting.
Yeah, Quantumania, right? You're ready.
Yep.
Yeah, you're ready. I'm ready.
That's the one I think I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm hyped.
And he's definitely grown on me because I wasn't a Paul Rudd fan, and then after Ant-Man, I was like, oh, I can get behind this. He's great, especially as Scott Lang. Like if he would have been Hank Pym, I'd have been like, no, not a good pick.
Okay, so I was and am still a big Paul Rudd fan. He's in some of my favorite comedies. I love Wet Hot American Summer. But he when I heard he was going to be Ant-Man, I was mad. Like I was like,
really?
I go, why are they letting him play Hank? I was so mad. And then it was like, he's going to be Scott Lang, and I was like,
oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, I was like, oh, that makes way more sense. But then I still was like, man, Paul Rudd, huh? I was like, all right, we're going to have like 30 takes of him like improvising and stuff like that. And then you drop this on there. I was like, holy shit. I was like, Paul Rudd's freaking awesome. Like, I believe he's this dad. I believe he's like a good guy. I mean, Paul Rudd strikes me as an awesome dude, like in real life, is from what I've seen from interviews and stuff like that. But all those movies, you know, it's like, okay, king of improv, which I really respect that stuff. But how do you put him in this role? And dang, man, if he just delivered his childlike wonder when it came to Captain America was really, man, that was just a crowning moment. I was like, oh my God, this is so good. There's some of my favorite films, dude. The Ant-Man movies are amazing. And I love his little side cast. Like his...
Yeah, Luis and the Russian guy.
Dude, the Baba Yaga. I love that they put him in that one What If episode. That was amazing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the zombie one. He's like, it's the Baba Yaga. It's like, yeah. I was like, that's awesome that he's there. But yeah, his that group, and I really like what they did with Hope. I thought that was really cool, and I don't know, man. Wow. Yeah. He's a fun character. It's like one of those characters that I just don't want to see anything bad happen to. I just feel bad.
I know. Well, you know.
Yeah, I know. I was like, well, that's how it goes, apparently. Like
the multiverse is pretty brutal on some of these characters.
Dude, it's the worst. The multi-worst. Hate it sometimes. They did such, and it's super weird though. I like how it's so funky. Like you've got certain versions of characters that look exactly the same in another universe, and then you've got some that aren't. I'm like, oh, why'd you have to do that? Now I don't know. Now I don't know if I'm getting Krasinski for real. You know what I mean?
Right. I bet. So
I want that.
I have a hunch they'll cast younger.
He's so good. He was just that little bit I got as him as Reed, and then watching him in like A Quiet Place and stuff like that. I'm like, this guy deserves it. Like, I think I want this. I want this really bad. I know I don't think Emily Blunt wants to play Sue, but that does suck because she's good. Yeah, and and if you kept them as a wholesome couple, which would be wonderful, I really don't the last thing I want is to see some of that stuff from the comics make it into the films. I don't want to see troubles with their marriage and like.
Oh, just
yeah.
Oh, you mean like the stuff whenever Sue went to Latveria
or Namor?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want that. It'd be nice to like kind of escape some of that garbage. You know, just kind of.
There's definitely some stuff there that. So, the Stan Lee and Jack Kirby stuff didn't really know what to do with Sue.
Right.
So throughout a lot of that run, she's like, "Hey guys, I made us new costumes."
Oh.
Or it's like a remark like Thing going, "Hey Susie, I like your new do." You know, because they didn't know.
We don't know how to write women.
Female characters weren't written very well.
No kidding.
In the 60s, or
70s, or 80s.
There has to be a way. I mean, they've changed a lot of things with Sue over the years. Although there's definitely some eras where, like in the early 90s, whenever, or maybe that was the late 80s, where Sue had that like crazy bondage costume.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that was a thing for a while that they were doing, and you're kind of like, this isn't really what we meant by strong female leads.
Nope, no. Like, we wanted you to actually write it to where females would like her and men might respect her.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah. Everybody has to like this character. We can't just only approach her when we want to know what the safe word is.
Right, yeah. I imagine, Marvel, I think Marvel will do a good job with that. I'm not. I just hope we get. I don't know. I'm interested because I thought we were supposed to hear the cast by now.
Dude, I have no clue. Yeah, I figured by now we would have seen a trailer.
Yeah, something, because it was like just that little Like I do like how they give us these little things, like little bits and whatnot. And I wouldn't be surprised, man. She-Hulk has been off the freaking charts with the stuff for me, like the stuff that they keep revealing. Something's revealed in every episode. I'm like, damn, this is like, that's probably my favorite. Cool. It's probably one of my, it's definitely my favorite show easily, that they've done. But, it's just really cool how things are like kind of connected in there. And then I really like her, and I just hopefully we see more of that. But you're right. I'm still waiting on that big fat connection. Like, where's it at?
Yeah, the multiverse has to like tie everything. Otherwise, it's gonna feel like Phase 4 is just hectic.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's been a lot of introductions, which has been cool.
Yeah,
and
true.
I'm okay with that, but it would be nice to kind of, like, I don't see where. I guess I don't see where the team is at. Like, all I could see is like I could see future. Multiple teams starting to form, which cool. Let's go. I think a Young Avengers is inevitable, and I think that'll be really fun. But because we've almost got that built. Like
they didn't do any kind of what was Runaways? Didn't they do a show for Runaways?
They did.
Hulu. Yeah,
they certainly did. It wasn't super terrible, but like. It was just kind of, I don't know. It's super weird to me when I think back of that stuff, and I'm like, why did you do it then, and why that one?
Because they didn't have the plus yet.
Yeah, but it was also like, why that? Like, I don't understand. Like, yeah. And then my favorite was Legion. I freaking love that show.
So I have Legion. I haven't watched it yet. I need to at some point. I do like
I think you'll
Noah Hawley, the producer.
Dude, Dan Stevens is phenomenal. Cool. And then you get Aubrey Plaza, and then you get Jermaine Clement. It's amazing. Dude,
I need to get into that one.
That's one of the funnest shows I've watched, and it was really cool because it's like they have to tiptoe around really that, around the whole X-Men thing and Xavier stuff, and it's really its own thing, and it was so damn good.
Do they address that it is connected, or
to Xavier?
Yeah,
they do.
Okay,
But it's like, it's so much more fun that they don't ever have to meet up with, I don't know, freaking Wolverine or something stupid like that. They just keep it in this. It's super.
Yeah.
It's way more fun the way it was. In fact, I really liked it. It felt like one of those obscure comics, but in the same universe, and you would have picked it up and been like, "This is freaking awesome!" Like for me, like I don't know, like picking up Excalibur for the first time, and I was like, "Oh, this is super cool!" Like, but only without really all the popular characters. It's very it's just super well done and weird and quirky and fun and with that also that kind of reminds me, kind of bouncing around, but with the thought of Excalibur on my brain and hearing that Henry Cavill has been hired on by Marvel, and I'm like, oh God.
Who's he gonna be?
Please God, let him be Brian. Please be Brian.
Oh, you'd
Braddock.
want him as Brian?
Dude, Captain Britain. Look at him. Look at him.
So when they first mentioned that they wanted to bring Cavill in, my brain was like, oh, he'd be perfect as Hercules. Like, he'd be the rival to Thor, like he's the only guy that would look visually like he could go toe to toe with Hemsworth. Man. And so that's where my brain went. But now they're like, oh, he's coming. He's going to be in a project coming up.
Dude,
I am so confused. I have no clue who he's going to be. Hopefully it won't be like a throwaway.
Right. That's what I hope. I hope he's not some side, or he could be Simon, a Wonder Man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kind of just spitballing ideas in my head, but dude, if he was Brian and we got Excalibur at some point, cool. I would lose my. I would just.
They're like Henry Cavill as Eunice the Untouchable, and you're like, oh,
damn it, why? Or is like even worse,
the super adaptoid,
the freaking the voice of something, and you're like,
yeah,
man. But then somebody was saying the other day, Doom. I was like, oh, I don't think you should do that.
That would be wild to have him as Doom.
It's a shame. We need Mads.
Oh, I know. They casted Mads too. He is the perfect Doctor.
Can we just pull that off, like the multiverse thing, and be like, oh, you were a villain before too, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Great. Let's just forget that happened, and even though that movie's awesome, let's. I hate it whenever a movie's good like that and you get a character and like an awesome actor like that and they're just kind of wasted.
Yeah, who the hell could you at this point? Who could you cast as Doom?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Someone who's European. Maybe I like him. He's probably too big to be Dr. Doom. But the Skarsgård that was in
Bill or
The Northman.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
So I really liked him in that movie. Every other time I've seen him, he's kind of like he was.
I think he's building up. His early
he is
films,
building
if you
up.
Go back and watch it in Tarzan. He's kind of whatever.
True Blood.
I think that he has enough of a face that. People swoon over that guy.
That is a tall dude. He is a big. Is Doom that big?
Hey, Doom.
Is Doom
Doom's
that
a tall guy?
Is he?
Doom's pretty tall.
I didn't realize that.
At least I remember him being tall.
I didn't realize because that dude, he's almost like 7 feet tall.
Oh, for real?
I thought so. He's huge. I could be wrong, but every time he showed up in because we'd watched that True Blood show back in the day, I was like, man, this is so trashy. Mm-hmm. And Christine watched it.
You had to cover Christine's eyes every time he showed up.
Man, she was just like,
don't look.
He's
6'4".
It's a 6'4". Okay, God, I thought he was. Yeah. I thought he was way taller than that. I don't know. I think his brother Bill is the actor. I think he's great, and he'd play an awesome Doom because he's so freaking weird looking. But I don't know. Holy, that's amazing.
Apparently he's got a good sense of humor.
That's awesome. All right, he gets my vote now. Just because, like, yeah, a sense of humor goes everywhere. That means he's willing to do whatever. That's amazing.
Yeah, I
That's
think
amazing.
okay. He fits the bill as far as somebody who everybody, swoons over this guy. He's the like handsome Skarsgård or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it would work really well in Doom's favor of having someone who's like that, and then you put a scar on his face, and it can be minor, just a light scar across his face, and it just ruins him. He falls into being Dr. Doom immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I actually, you know what? I did like him in the King Kong film. No, excuse me, King Kong versus Zilla, right? Or was he just in Godzilla?
Yeah.
He was. No, he was in that? Yeah. He's the researcher that they bring in, and his brother like died, I guess, with him trying it out or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, he was pretty good in there. There was some he had some good reactions, but I don't know, maybe he's surprised. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been surprised before about some of these guys.
Got my vote.
That'd be interesting. I'd be willing to, because I don't know, man. There's like some characters that's like, who would you want for this character? I'm like, I have no idea. I don't really care as long as they're good. You know. Because like,
see, I don't know. I don't know who they could cast for like Johnny and Reed.
Reed seems easier than Johnny to me. I don't know why, but probably because I have Krasinski on my brain. That's who I've wanted. That's who I've always wanted. Since these movies dropped, that's who I wanted. I remember I heard he was in the running for Captain America, and I was like, ugh. I was like, that dude, no. I was like, not Jim. I was like, he's more of like, I could see him playing Reed Richards because of just his look. He's got that slender look.
Bill could be? That's a Nightcrawler.
Oh, man. If we got that, do you know how amazing that would be?
How good would, and he can do, like, he is super, super, like,
he could play German easy,
with
bro.
His emotions.
He could play German hella easy. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's got the ears.
Dude, Corey, that would be
I don't know
dream.
why. That just, it's because I got Nightcrawler on my desk. It crossed my mind. I was like, oh yeah.
All right, you get him. You get so now there you go. You get him as Kurt, which would be a dream.
Yeah.
And then you get Cavill as Brian. I think we've already figured this out. And then you can like cast somebody as a Psylocke. You know.
Yeah.
You can get his sister in there. Then we get Rachel, and then somebody who's phenomenal as Megan. This is what we deserve. We deserve this.
All right, it's 9:00, Bill.
All right, guys, that's it. That's the end. I hope you guys enjoyed us rambling on about our want. Look at this. Look at this right here. Is that on your site?
Yeah. If you don't have this, it's for the select, and it's awesome.
Which is by and far the best Hulk figure. I think that we have. I think that we have. I mean, I could be wrong about that from some of y'all, but that's the one I think.
I want people to buy these because I have I have 2 more expressions of that guy.
Oh, really?
And this one I want to do. I have a screaming one that I've started to base, and then I have this gritting teeth, and I love how creepy he is. It's very like
that is cool.
Kind of Immortal Hulk looking.
Man, that's so. You have the one you showed. You have that one. Do you have? You said you have
a screaming head as well.
A screaming. Man, do you have it with you?
Oh, yeah.
I see that. Look at that.
There we go.
Did Liddell have one of those? Is that the one?
Yeah.
I saw that So I just saw that fully painted, and I can definitely tell you that thing was gorgeous. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Wow. So those are on the site now, or just the one?
So the first head's up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they take up a lot of room in my drawers, like in my organizer.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to sell through the neutral heads, and then I'm going to do a batch of the screaming head, and then once those sell through, I'll do the gritting teeth.
All right. Got to collect the whole set.
That's right.
Get out.
Get them.
Go out and go buy those Hulks. Get you some Gambit Heads. Check out, like I said, the link is also, it's actually in the title today, but also if you look right here in Corey's window, it says Casting Cave. So go to castingcave.ecrater.com. You can go buy all of Corey's pretty things. I have a ton of them. I always have them nearby. I can literally look over here and see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things to my right. So they're gorgeous. Go do that. And also, yeah, look at that. You can get a Maru as well. You can get that on Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah. All right, guys.
I was hoping you'd hold the lightsaber better.
Yeah, you need a fatter handle. You can do that.
Yeah.
You can make one. All right, guys. We're going to get out of here. Y'all take care. Take care of each other. And remember, the impossible takes just a little longer. We'll see y'all later. Bye.